When the men say that the women trap them.
You knew what you was doing.
Welcome to The Situation with
Cece
and Liza.
and the situation is
Baby mama syndrome.
Ooh. Well,
I'm not a baby mama.
I guess technically I have children and they have a dad, which would make me a part of this epidemic. And I'm gonna call it just that. It's an epidemic.
But there's like levels to this.
Okay, I'm with it. It's
Yeah.
definitely levels to it, but I feel like more times than not, it is made to seem as if people are striving to have children and not striving to be married. They are striving to be a baby mother. They're okay with that. That's the goal. They want children. They ready. They can't find a husband. They gonna find a sperm donor. They gonna find somebody to bust them down at the right time. They want a kid. And we have the baby mama syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you hustling backwards. Of course, that's your choice. Marriage isn't for everyone, and there's different types of family dynamics and they work. But I'm like, when did the goal get to being a baby mama? I am a baby mama. I never wanted to be a baby mama.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand, because it seems like people are so caught up in that aspect of just life in general. You get pregnant and you just like that's the end of it. Like, what about, like, did you have any type of plan for what was about to happen when you had this baby? Or when you started having sex, did you have any type of plan about what was gonna happen or what type of preventative measures you were gonna take before having a baby? Because having sex leads to having babies. So was this just like pure negligence on both the man and the woman's part? One thing that really upsets me is that when people say when the men say that the women trap them.
You knew what you was doing.
Period. What do you mean? Ain't nobody trap you. Stop it, okay? You know.
You know what you did.
You
know what you
did
did.
that.
Right. But here's the thing, and especially if we think about media and what we see and what we're constantly being fed, we have to be really mindful of what our eyes hear, our eyes see, and our ears are constantly seeing. You see these celebrities, and especially I feel like in the African American community, you see these rappers and Instagram models and these reality show stars, and they get with each other and they have a baby. But they're not married, and then their relationship doesn't last, or then they on and off, and then he cheated, and then it's this, and
then you got police reports and
baby mama drama.
To the babe, to can't come close to me. You gotta do everything through the courts, the co-parenting drama. Like, it's crazy.
It is, and I can even say that because I lived it. Like, I live it. So to me, it just, again, you're hustling backwards, and we're constantly being fed that this is what we do in our community. Like, they're doing it for the culture. This is what happens. And what we also need to realize is people in other countries, how they learn about us is through TV.
Yeah.
So they're watching these reality shows and they think that,
that's how we do everything.
Right. We're just a whole bunch of single parent homes and nobody's married, and this is what they will feed us.
The imagery.
Right. Not necessarily that this is reality, but then you have a generation of people growing up thinking this is what we do. Yeah. This is how we do it.
And it's not everybody.
No. I'm really sick of the baby mama syndrome. Like, strive to be someone's wife. Strive to set a strong foundation.
Right.
And again, I'm a baby mama.
So but you didn't plan on that.
No, I didn't think I was gonna be a baby.
Yeah.
I did. He did propose, and we We're supposed to get married, but you know,
Things
girl, they
happen.
propose, they start showing their ass.
Ooh.
Child.
What
The truth comes out when after they think they done locked some stuff down.
That next step, it brings out all the skeletons.
Listen, and then you don't make it there.
Ooh.
And co-parenting isn't easy.
No, because you still have the issues that cause you not to work out as a relationship are still looming over.
Right. Think about, did you see that clip that they were playing where a lady picked her daughter up from being with her dad? He went to the beauty shop, got her hair braided, put beads in it, and she cut the beads clean out the baby head.
That makes me so angry.
That's that bitter baby
That
mama.
makes me so angry.
That goes to those levels. Like, why are you so upset and bitter? Like, if it didn't work out,
that you would hurt your child.
I don't care if he cheated, she cheated, whatever the case may be. Y'all have rectified the situation and decided not to be with each other.
Exactly.
So at the very least you can do is effectively co-parent.
That's the least you can do.
The very least.
I think the same thing that causes women to get caught up in the actual syndrome, the baby mama syndrome, as like being an issue, being combative, always defensive, is because you're not dealing with yourself. You're not dealing with how you feel about yourself. You're not dealing with maybe what happened with the breakup of the relationship. Like, you have to get yourself to a point where you can function. Because when you're sitting there grabbing your child's hair and cutting her hair off because you're upset that her dad got her hair done, that's you, baby. That's you. That's not him. That's not the child. That's not the person who did the child's hair. That is you.
And she said, I do my own gal's hair. That's not the point. That's the point that her dad wanted to treat her to get her hair done. And he did. And she loved it. And you are so bitter and selfish that you would ruin it for your child.
Right.
We have to think past our feelings and really dig deep into these children's feelings.
Yeah. Care about them. Because when you do something like that, that means you don't even care about how your child feels. You don't care. And that, as a parent, that child, I wouldn't be surprised if they took her away from her. Because the dad has all this proof that, listen, you're not really in the right shape to be taking care of a child.
Your right state of mind. Yeah, you're angry.
Yeah.
You're just angry. But
I'm sure that's a type of abuse. I'm sure it is.
I would say that I have a friend girl that I love dearly, and I have to constantly bring that to her attention because she doesn't realize it. Her and the dad aren't on the best of terms, but they have to somehow figure out how to effectively co-parent. And she will just not feel like answering his messages. Like, if he's like, oh, how is she doing? Is she at school today? Whatever. And she's like, oh, I just don't want to answer him because it's him and she don't want to be bothered. But it's like, but it's about his child. Now, if he say, how you doing? Where you at? Can I see you? Girl, ignore all day. But the moment it is strictly about the child, it's very selfish of you to say, I don't want to answer that because I don't want to talk to him.
Right, because at this point, you're not interacting with him as your significant other, as your friend, or anything. You're interacting with him as the father of the child that you're raising. So he has a place. And you need to respect that.
That's the part that I feel like sometimes people lose. That you have to remember, but it's not always the men. I know some single dads that are amazing single dads.
That's true.
And they got a baby mama who just ain't no good. Yeah. She got wrapped up in that baby mama syndrome and thought because she was the mom that she had some
full control.
Right.
No, you don't. It is two parents.
And you decided to go to court and now you get visitation.
Oh, well,
and that's just what it is.
If the judge says so, then it is so.
Right. I think we have to be very mindful of who we are sleeping with. Who potentially could be your baby dad. I mean, there's plenty of married people who have horrible relationships
as well.
I'm not saying that.
But at least the intent.
Right. I'm just saying, like, that doesn't even seem like
Because one thing that I definitely...
That's the setup y'all trying to go with. It's
Yeah.
like, you over here, I'm over here. You get her on weekends, you get them on weekends. We're
Yeah.
good from the go. Like, that was
Yeah.
the setup and that was the terms. It's like, nobody wants to be together. Everybody, you know.
One thing I really took in when I started to be sexually active was... Because one time, this guy was like, oh, we're going to have a baby. Thanks for watching The Situation with
Cece,
and Liza.
till next time, before you go, make sure you like, subscribe, and share.
Do it right now. Mwah. You don't even have your own place with the person that you have the baby with. If you try to move into them, that was you, him, and the baby trying to figure it out.
Everybody trying to figure it out.